Hello you lot, good morning everyone. We're back at this little church. That's a nice graveyard, look. Full up. I didn't notice that angel over there before. We'll have to have a look at that in a minute. Anyway, we're back at this one. Some of you might remember this one. Please keep dogs on leads. It's a nice cross archway thing. Some of you might remember this one. When I visited this one the first time, it was having some work done, wasn't it, on the roof, and there was some scaffolding and things around the edge, and we couldn't see the church in its beauty. So I said I'd come back, so here we are, we're back. This one's got a very similar steeple bell tower thing to that other church that I saw yesterday, that you've probably already seen the video of by now. Just thought I'd have a quick look around the graveyard. I'm probably going to have another look around the graveyard in memory of a loving wife and dedicated mother, Minnie Hull, who died the 31st of May 1954, aged 61. Also of her mother, Susan Blake, 1918. Holy cow, man, that's a good looking grave for something that's been there since 1954. It's probably been upgraded. Anyway, memorial garden. We've got a bit of a memorial garden going on here. Now this is the one which says it's always open. But I do reckon, wonder what that's for up there, look. A random bit of wood just bolted to the wall. I do wonder what that's for. Why would there be a random bit of wood bolted to the wall? It's got the similar steeple. Was that a steeple or a bell tower? I think it's a bell tower. It's a very similar one to that other church. In fact, the other church was bigger, but it's a similar design. In fact, this whole church is a very similar design. In fact, it's actually the same design. It's got the same things popping out on the walls as the other church. Locked. Unfortunately, of course it's going to be locked. Even though it says on the plaque, All Saints, Vange. This church is cared for by the Churches Conservation Trust, the national charity protecting historic churches at risk. Although no longer used for regular worship, our churches remain constrated and open to all. Anyway, so that doesn't actually mean that it's open now. It just means, I'm assuming it just means, like, if you contact them and say, hey, I want to have a look in your church, they'll be like, yeah, sure, come and have a look. It doesn't actually mean it's open now. Anybody knows what that random bit of wood's for? It's got metal holding it together. Anybody knows what that's for? That's intriguing me, that is. A random bit of wood in a funny shape like that, bolted to the wall. You know, is it some sort of symbol? So this is the bit that they were doing. Look, you can see where they've redone all the roof. I'm assuming it was leaking, so they've redone all of that. You can see up there it's got new ridge tiles and all kinds of things going on, so that's good. Now we can see. It's interesting on this church, we haven't got a cage going around. Is that glass? No, it's plastic. We've got I thought it was glass for a minute. We've got plastic bolted. Normally they have cages, metal wire mesh cages. That's interesting. I wonder what that's all about. Bit of random concrete in the floor. You see, this is exactly the same sort of design as the other church. This is a smaller church. I wonder why it's smaller. This is a lot smaller, and it looks like it's a lot more weathered than the other church. Perhaps this one is older. The church that I visited yesterday was a very same design. It had the same things popping out the walls here, the same sort of wall design, and the same overall shape. All the shape was pretty much the same, not like a a church that you'd see with looks like a castle, much more this sort. I wonder what sort of era it's from. It's really intriguing me. I'm going to have to look this stuff up. Look at this grave here. This is fantastic. Very skinny person must be in there. It's unfortunate that there's stones lent over and fallen into it. Wonder why that does that. Wonder if we can read it. Oh, we're never going to be able to read that. That's a shame. Anyway, yeah, so we've got dimples in the walls, look, where they've patched it up. I wonder if that's where bricks have fallen out in the past and they've patched them up. Loads of them up there, look. Oh, they go all the way up. I wonder what that... Unless... No, because there's a window there. I was wondering if perhaps... we can't do because there's a grave there as well. I was wondering if perhaps at one time it extended out and it fell down. But having said that, there wouldn't be a grave there, and that's a very old grave. Plus, it wouldn't be designed like that. Yeah, it's probably just where it started to fall apart and they've patched it up in the past. I don't know. I'm not an expert in church repair. If you are, and you know what them holes are, put it in the comments. I do suspect it's where they've done that. So look, you can see all new tiles on this side. These are all brand new tiles. Look at them. Well, it looks like it anyway, unless they've just been cleaned. They might have just been cleaned. But that's fantastic. I'm really happy and really pleased to see that even though this isn't used for regular worship, according to that sign, they're still maintaining it. We've got another random piece of wood just bolted to the side there. I wonder what that is actually for. That is very intriguing. Is it something that used to be on there? Or is it some sort of symbol thing? I don't know. I visit a lot of churches, and churches really intrigue me because, you know, I like to imagine the people of whatever era these churches are built. The people coming along, you know. Just imagine. All this is like a bit of a building site. None of these graves would have been here then. None of them. That road certainly wouldn't have been there. None of these graves would have been here. They probably just come along, probably a few trees here and there. They come along and they go, this is a perfect place to put our church. And then they just build a church. You know, they get all the material from wherever they get their bricks, and look, they just get whatever they can find. All kinds of different stones. You know, there's not bricks, is it? It's basically just stones, and they made up some sort of cement with what, I don't know, but some of you will know what they made their cement with. And they just stack them up and put cement in between. These bits, I wonder if these bits may have been added on in the, like, you know, afterwards, because these are actual bricks. I doubt they would have had, well, I don't think they would have had bricks when this church was built originally. I reckon this was added on after. I don't know. I'm just saying, if this church is, say, 400 or 500 years old, they don't think they had the technology to make bricks 500 years ago, did they? I don't know. Like 100, 200 years ago, yeah, but 400, 500? I don't know. I'm going to have to look all this stuff up. Like I say, I'm interested in old buildings and churches, but I didn't know anything about them. I don't use the internet to its full potential. I could be looking all this stuff up and I could be going, yep, I could be telling you a load of information, like, yep, them bricks are the type that they made 300 years ago and all this, but I don't know any of it. I just go around. I'm just genuinely so pleased to see that these churches are still being maintained. That's a nice little door there. I wonder why they have doors like that there with no handles. It's intriguing. 1918 that one's from. Loving memory of Annabella Siminton, I don't know, who died 9th of April 1918, aged 61 years old. There's something I've been noticing. There's a lot of really young graves around, man. You know, the one I visited yesterday, there was people that was dying at 47, 57 years old. You know? Bloody blimey. What have we got here? Still holding you in my heart. In love and memory of David Robert Clark. Died the 16th of the 12th, 1983, aged 2 days. Forever in our hearts. Holy cow. Well, 2 days old. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. You know, I like to think that I respect life, and I respect everything that I've got. Like, I'm lucky enough to be alive. I'm lucky enough to be on planet Earth. I'm not a dog, a cat, or some sort of random bird, or a maggot. Well, I might be a maggot to some people, but I'm a human being, and I appreciate that. But walking around graveyards, as I've always done, this isn't something I've started doing recently. As a kid, I've always liked to walk around graveyards. My dad always walks around and looks at how the graves are. Maybe that's where I've got the interest from, just looking at the graves. But it makes you appreciate even more how short life is, and you should literally just take advantage of every day that you get and every moment that you get in life, because you never know when it's going to come to an end. You know, all these people that are going died 60 years old. When did this one die? What year did this one die? That one was 75 years old, that one. But it was 74 and 75 as a husband and wife, probably. But you know, even that, people were dying 40 years old. That baby there, 2 days old, you know. It makes you realise, you know, I appreciate my kids even more now, because they've survived so far, and the fact that, you know, I've got a wife, she don't like me, I've done everything I can do, and I'm going to keep going and keep doing everything I can do. You know, life's too short to be upset or to be angry or anything like that. You just got to enjoy it, do you know what I mean? Enjoy what you've got. So it makes you appreciate that, you lot, and I think more people should do. I think more people should really walk around graveyards and just see how, you know, the circumstances in which some people have left the earth, and it might make them realise that the way that they're living their lives needs to change, because they're blessed to be on the earth, so they need to take advantage of that and treat people in the right way. Let's have a look at that angel over there. Look, I think these ones look quite new. That one's got a conifer growing in the middle of it, or a Christmas tree. Is that a new one? 87 years old, 1986, 2021, yeah, so that is that husband and wife, beloved wife and mother, yeah, who passed away 18th February 1986, aged 47. So here we go, look, another one, 47 years old, wife and mother, died at 47, holy shit. Victor Leonard Howard, who passed away 29th of March 2021, aged 87. Now back together forever. That's crazy. That's crazy. So the wife and mum died at 47 years old, but the dad and the husband lived to be 87. Now if my maths are correct, 47, 57, 67, is that another 40 years? Fuck. He lived 40 years. Is it 40? He lived 40 years more than his wife on his own. But now they're together. That makes me so happy. Well, it's sad in a way. Sad in a way that he had to live 40 years without her. Couldn't imagine 40 years without my wife, even though she hates me and she treats me like a bit of shit on her shoe. Being without her is a fault that I can't think about. There you go, look, here's the angel. In loving memory of Daisy Amelia Webb, who died 17th of March 1961, aged 67 years old, reunited. In loving memory of Edwin Charles Webb, who passed away 26th of August 1950, aged 35. Yet again we hope to meet him when the day of life is fled. Then in heaven we hope to greet him, where no farewell tears are shed. Also, there's 3 people in this one. Also, John Thomas Webb, another of the above, who passed away 9th of May 1951, aged 71 years. Rest in peace. This must have been upgraded fairly recently then, because well, these are all 1951, 61, 50. So 61. That's the latest person in there, unless there's another one round the other side. Well, there is. Bloody, there's another one. Also, our dear son Henry, who passed away on the 3rd of March 1914. Another one. It's 4 people. That's a whole family in this one. Holy crap. Interred in East London Cemetery. Who fled asleep 15th of June 1977, aged 57 years old. Sweet Dream's mother, Sadira. That's mad. The whole family. I wonder how many more graves have got whole families in them, not just one per person. Very crazy. Well, there's not another one, is there? Fellow worker Edwin Webb. Well, it's very crazy, man. A lot of people need to realise you don't get long on this planet. You need to look after yourself and the planet. That's a nice bench, isn't it? I like that bench. Let's see what's over here. Over here, there's a memorial garden over there. Let's see what's over here while we're here. Tell you what, it's a nice day today. It's a bit of dew on the ground. It has been raining a little bit. What's that little one in the corner? This is what I imagine my grave would be like, stuffed in the corner, and people just ignore it and don't realise it's there. Look. What is there, someone stuffed in the corner? Let's go and well, these ones must be old, look. That church looks nice through them trees, doesn't it? Oh, I love that. Let's go and see what this person's doing in the corner. Make sure I don't tread on anybody. I don't think there's any people around here. Oh, there's one here, look. Oh, bloody hell. This must be a relatively new one. Oh, 1940. I reckon a lot of people are renewing the gravestones, you know, because there's a lot of really old ones with new stones. In loving memory of Raymond Mitchell Sims, who died 3rd of February 1940, aged 14 months. Oh my God, look at that. Also, Kathleen Sims, a loving wife and mother who died 14th of December 1965, aged 55 years old. 50 bloody 5. That's another 30, 40, 25 years, I'll be 55. Well, not 55 exactly, but around that age. Loving and kind of all in all her ways, upright and just in the end of her days. I can't read the rest of the bloody plant anyway. True in her heart, mind and peaceful. Patricia Margaret Rose Watts, 24th of the 10th, 1934, 16th of the 7th, 2019. I don't know how old that is. Loving mum and nanny, 1912. Auntie. Mad. It is mad. Just to think, you know, there's a lot of people. There is, I guarantee it, there's a lot of people that you will meet in your lifetime that think that they're untouchable and, you know, they're going to be around forever. Nothing can touch them. But there's people here, you don't know the circumstances of what a lot of these people died, but dying at 40, 50 years old, man, nobody's untouchable. Everybody is extremely vulnerable. It's like if you see a bug on the floor, don't tread on it, walk around it, because some of the people, not all of them, but some of the people here that have died early was a bug on the floor, and somebody from a higher up saw that bug on the floor and they trod on it. That's how quickly your life can go. Anyway, you look, I promised I'd come back and I'd see this one after it had the roof done, because on the last video, like I said, you couldn't see the true beauty of the church, and well, now we can. It's a fantastic old church. I am seriously, and I mean it, I know I say this in a lot of the videos, I don't know what era it's from, how old it is, and all that kind of stuff, and I'm going to look it up, but I never do, and I'm going to look it up. But if anybody knows any history on churches and the design of this one and when it was probably built, put it in the comments, let me know. I want to do a lot of learning about churches, because well, they're a fantastic piece of engineering to last all that time. You know, this would have lasted, I know this is older than the First World War, definitely 100%, so this has lasted the First World War, the Second World War, and probably loads of little battles that would have happened before that, you know, back when it was brand new. I dare say there was little localized battles, you know. I think there's a hurricane in the 1980s, wasn't there, so survived the hurricane. You know, various weather events, subsidence that may have happened. I doubt they would have dug any foundations. So it's fantastic. So yeah, there we go. There she is, the All Saints Church in Vange. Nice one, you lot. I'm going to head off to work now to earn some money for the wife that doesn't like me, and the kids that hopefully do like me. I'll see you later, everyone. Enjoy yourselves. And I'm trying to press buttons here, but it's not working. There we go. Enjoy yourselves, and have a nice day, have a nice week. Remember, just remember, even if you are a total idiot, just remember, you know, just to treat people nice, yeah, because no one's got long on this planet. Life is far too short to be an idiot. If you've got a grudge on someone, just don't hold a grudge, yeah, just be nice to everyone, yeah. I'll see you later, enjoy yourselves. Ciao for now, you lot.